Welcome back. Thank you for coming. I'm happy to see all of you again. Welcome to day number 2. Today is the day where I get to sit down and you all get to practice your teaching a little bit. I'm going to watch you do a little teaching today. Good for me, good for you. There's the introduction again. There's my name again. I gave you my email address if you want to write that down. If you need to contact me for anything, you can always send me an email. It's no problem. So maybe write that down on your paper. It's just my name, Andy Halverson. It's very easy. If you have any questions, or if you want a copy of the PowerPoint, if you want my PowerPoint slides, no problem. Send me an email. I can send you the PowerPoint. Okay. And there's the title, English Pronunciation for English Teachers, Confidence and Competence. So hopefully yesterday you built up your competence a little bit and your confidence. We're going to practice a little bit more today. So let me show you the plan for today. What are we doing today? Well, first we're going to have a test. Yay, tests. But there's prizes. There are and the prizes are good. I have 2 very nice books for you. Yes, very nice. So this is for first place and second place in your test. Good books. We're going to finish yesterday and do a little review of yesterday. There's a couple things I didn't have time for yesterday. So we'll go back and finish yesterday. And then I'm going to talk to you about how to teach pronunciation. I'll do that today. And then micro teaching. If you don't know what micro teaching is, that means you all stand up and teach, and I get to sit down and watch you teach. So, yay! And then we'll have the closing ceremony. We have certificates to present to you at the end of the workshop today. Okay? All right, so you're going to have a test. This is a This is a closed book and closed notes test. So you need a pen. That's all. Take your notebook thing and close that. And I will give you your test. It's a review test. So if you were awake yesterday, maybe the test will be easy for you. I know a test at 9 o'clock in the morning is kind of early, but it's for fun. There we go. Okay, remember, this is a test. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 and number 2 gets books. So don't help your partner. This is a test, okay? Work on your own. Keep your folders closed. Use your brain only. And go. Go, 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 go. You have to write in the sounds. Okay? Just write the letters on your paper. So you should have some P and some B and some F and some V. The question is where on your paper? Where? And if you're very good, you should also have some of these symbols on your paper like that. If you remember. Good. Good. No talking. It's a test. I know. It's a problem with teachers. Okay, good, good. Looks okay. Okay, you have 2 minutes. You can't use that. You're cheating, 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 cheating. Okay, remember, no books, no notes. Use your head. Use your head. Only. It's a test. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, very good. Take your paper and switch with your partner. Your partner's going to check your answers for you. Switch. Find a friend and switch. Okay. All right, so in English, there are 26 sounds on that paper, so you should write a score out of 26. So maybe it's 18 out of 26. I don't know. We're going to check and see. Okay? So there's the answers. Also, the answers are in your handout, so check your partner or check yourself. Okay, and then give me a number. How many? 10 or 5 or 1 or 2. How many? How did we do? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, good. And 6. Okay, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7. Good. Good, good, good. Count. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure they're correct. How many are correct? Okay, we've got 7. I see 7. I see 8. 10. I've got 10 over here. 10's good. Remember, the biggest number gets a book. So, check, check, check. Okay, how many? I got a 3. Okay, that's okay. Good. So, I need to know the numbers. I need the biggest number in the class. I need the 2 biggest numbers in the class. Okay, so at your table, find the biggest number. Who is the best student at the table first? Who's the best student at your table? Okay. Who's the best student at 15? Oh, wow, good, okay, good. Yes, it is, and that's only 1, so. And the TH should be the 2 sounds you can't see them. All right, so let's hear. Table up here, number? Who's the best, best, best? Okay, we'll go back here. What's the highest number at your table?
10.
What?
7.
7. Okay, how about here? 10. We've got 10. 10's good. How about over here? 7, 8, 10. Okay, it's below 10. 10, 10, 10 over here.
15 and 12.
15, 15, and 12. Okay, so we have 15. We've got 12. I have to go back to the front. Hold on. Okay. Yes? We've got 15.
We check this 1 point. 1, 2.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, right. So we got 15 here. Is that right? 15? 15, and I've got 15 back here. Okay, there we go. 15 and 15. 15 is very good. Very, 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 very good. There you go. Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've got other things to give you too. Don't worry, it's okay. 12 is good. I'm happy. All right. So take your chart, which is in here, and try to just take 1 minute, 2 minutes. See if you can make the sounds again. Okay. P, b, t, d. Practice your mouth a little. Okay. Okay. Up here it says that handout 8, that's this handout, has 5 sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are good. I like this. Listen and then practice them with a partner. So I'm going to read these 5 sentences. I want you to listen for my stress and no stress. Stress and no stress. So just listen to my pronunciation of these 5 sentences here. Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. The birds eat the worms. The birds will eat the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms. Okay? Well, wait. One more time. I'm going to do it again. I'll do it a little bit more slowly, okay? Think about my rhythm. Tap, tap, tap. The stress is always on birds eat worms. Always, always, always. Okay? Listen again. Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. The birds eat the worms. The birds will eat the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms. Okay? You probably can't hear a lot of the. It's a reduced sound. Okay? Need to turn this up a little bit. So you can listen to my English. Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. The birds eat the worms. The birds will eat the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms. Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. The birds eat the worms. The birds will eat the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms. Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. Okay. So here is birds eat worms. Here is the, but look how short, very, very, very short, the. The is very small. Look at eat. Eat is big, it's wide, that's eat. The birds eat worms. The. That's very short sound, okay? Here is a big birds eat worms. The birds eat worms.
Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms.
Okay, let's try the whole thing.
Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. The birds eat the worms. The birds will eat the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms.
The birds will have eaten the worms.
The birds will have eaten the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms.
The birds will have eaten the worms. And you can see the and worms, it's all pushed together. This is the, this is worms. It's all one word, the worms, the worms. It gets pushed together. All right, one more time and then you can practice.
Birds eat worms. The birds eat worms. The birds eat the worms. The birds will eat the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms.
Okay, all right. Take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and practice this yourself with a partner so someone can listen to your English, okay? Because all of you have problems with it. Okay, so we're practicing some things from yesterday, for example, final S, because when all of you are practicing will of, you forget about the S's and the S's, okay? This is birds, right? That's a Z sound. And the worms, Z sound, right? Okay? And also, many of you, I can't hear the eaten, 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 okay? Okay, so what we need here is the becomes, okay, that thing. And we need to get a Z here. We need will of here. Eaten, we need the N sound here. Here we need the again. And here we need the Z sound, okay? So, this is what I want down here, okay? So practice again with your friend listening to you. Check, 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 okay? So this is good homework exercise for you to take home. The birds will have eaten the worms. The birds will have eaten the worms. Take it home and practice it and practice it and practice it. It's a good review of our whole class together. All right. Okay, so just quickly, what did we do day one? I talked to you about why teaching pronunciation is important. We talked about languages, language sounds. I talked about the sounds of English yesterday. We talked about the sounds of Thai yesterday. And of course, we talked about voiced and voiceless F and V, voiced and voiceless S and Z, the final ED, the final S, and we talked about stress and intonation yesterday and today. Okay, that's just a quick review. Some of the vocabulary from yesterday: bilabial, interdental, alveolar, velar, fricative, affricate, voiced, voiceless, and morphemes. Okay, some of the words from yesterday. Okay, and I want to review, we had some sentences yesterday that were difficult. F and V sentences. Okay. So today, I'm going to add the difficulty a little bit. We're going to practice the F and V sentences. And then from your table, 1 table, 2 table, 3 table, 4 table, 5, you need to choose one person from the table who can record their sentence on my computer, okay? So you've got 5 minutes at your table. Practice, 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 practice. And you need to pick one person from your table who's going to come up here, sit down, and record their speaking, okay? Okay. Practice all 4 sentences. I will surprise you with the sentence you're going to read to my computer, okay? Okay, this is what we're going to do. This table back here, sentence number 4. This table right here, sentence number 3. Okay? This table right here, sentence number 2. This table right here, number 1. Yay, number 1. And this table right here, number 4. Number 4. Okay? All right, so sentence number 1. Sentence number 1. Come. Okay, so you're going to read, he was very fat, right? Okay, okay, so I'm going to push the red button, click, and then you read, he was very fat. Okay, you ready? Okay, you have to speak right into the computer and speak loud, okay? Okay.
He was very fat. He was very fat.
Okay, that's good, that's good. Go back to the beginning, see if we can hear.
He was very fat.
It's playing. Yeah.
He was very fat.
I can't hear anything though. I don't have good audio. Huh? The speakers are not working. Yeah, you're done. Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
He was very fat. 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 He was very fat.
I'm going to go back to these. Yeah, good. Thank you. Good. I was going to say, okay, listen, but that's okay. Okay. So listen one time carefully.
He was very fat. He was very fat.
So F and V are good. I can hear the F and the V. What I can't hear is the S sound. He was very fat. I hear he was very fat. He was very fat. So good F and V, but problem with the Z, the S sound. Okay? All right. So that's sentence number 1. Let's try sentence number 2. Where's sentence number 2? Sentence number 2. Come, come, come. All right. So you're going to read, yeah, number 2. Okay. Okay, you're close to the computer. Yeah, good. Okay. All right, I'm going to click here and then you read. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Again.
Very far from friends.
Okay, good. Let's see if we can hear that.
Benny is very far from friends.
Okay. Okay.
Benny is very far from friends.
Okay, good. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me delete that part. And delete this part.
Venice is very far from France.
Mm-hmm.
Venice is very far from France. Venice is very far from France.
Okay, so listen, yeah, thank you, good, yes, okay, good, thank you. And then also listen carefully one time. What do you hear? Good, bad, any questions, comments?
Venice is very far from France. Venice is very far from France.
Good? Pretty good? Only one thing I hear is a problem. The word Venice has an S. Venice. Venice is very far from France. Venice.
Venice is very far from France.
Venice. So we need a longer S. Venice is very far from France. But the V and the F, very far. Good. Very good. Okay, next, sentence number 3. Okay, sentence number 3. Hello, good. All right, so get yourself very close. Okay, good. And you ready? I'm going to click here, and then you read, okay? Go ahead, you can click. Okay, one more. Okay, let's see if we can hear.
Please leave the leaf here.
Okay, good. Good, thank you, good.
Please leave the leaf here.
Okay, sounds good. You delete this part.
Please leave the leaf here.
Okay, so listen carefully. See, what do you think? Good, bad, what do you think?
Please leave the leaf here. Please leave the leaf here.
Good.
Please leave the leaf here. Please leave the leaf here. Please leave the leaf here.
Okay, yes? Good, bad, what do you think? Anything? I think the F and the V are really good. The only thing I heard is the same thing I heard before. I didn't hear the leaf. I heard the leaf, right? It's a D, and this is the same problem all of you have, I think. It's de leaf, de leaf. Please leave de leaf here instead of the leaf. So the F and the V, I think, are really good. Leave the leaf.
Please leave the leaf here.
You can see it right here. There's a D sound, de leaf, right there. All right, excellent. Good job. Thank you. All right, let's go on to sentence number 4. We're going to do one up here and one back there. There's 2 groups for sentence number 4. Okay, so get close. Yeah, good. Okay, you ready? Okay, then when you're ready, just click right there, okay? Stop. You forgot the sentence? She has lived life fully. She has lived life fully. Speak loudly to the computer, okay? And just click there when you're ready. Okay, shh.
She has lived life fully. She has lived life fully.
Very good, thank you. Okay, good job, thanks. Let's see how this sounds.
Has lived life fully. She has lived life fully.
Good, okay. Thank you. Delete.
Has lived life fully.
Delete that. This is Andy saying thank you. All right.
She has lived life fully.
Good.
She has lived life fully. She has lived life fully.
What do you think? Good? Good, good, good. Same thing as before, the F and the V, you're doing really good with the F and the V. It's the other sounds you have a little problem.
She has lived life fully.
What's the first sound right there? Should be sh, but what's this sound?
She has lived life fully.
Okay, so here we're putting together the SH and the CH. SH and CH. She has, what I heard here is more like she has, she has, she has, she has. Okay? She has lived life fully. So listen one more time.
She has lived life fully. She has lived life fully.
She has. It kind of sounds like cheese. She has. She has. So again, F and V, you're doing really good with the F and the V. Good, good, good. It's the other sounds that are hard, I think. Okay, one more. Anybody?
She has lived life fully.
Lived. Lived. Lived.
She has lived life fully.
I hear she has live life fully.
She has lived life fully.
Good. Yes, yes, yes.
She has lived life fully.
Good. All right. Thank you all very much. That's good. So, in conclusion, what? When you are thinking about the pronunciation, when you're focused on the F and the V, you do really good with the F and the V. But you kind of forget the other things that we practice, okay? So I don't know what to tell you. You need to open up your mind a little. You focus on the F and the V, that's good. But remember, there's a lot of English pronunciation. There's the ED, there's the SH, there's the T and the D and the Th. There's many things to think about. Pronunciation is hard, I know. We're practicing a lot of things today and yesterday. But I think overall, you're doing really well. You're improving your pronunciation a lot. So that's very good. I'm happy. Good work. All right, let me go back to PowerPoint for a second. Okay. Okay, I'll give you just 2 minutes to sit and practice the S and the Z, and then we'll be finished with our review, okay? So read these sentences. Okay, so I'm going to read them one time. You can listen to my pronunciation, and then we will be finished, okay? So number 1, Sue went to the zoo. Number 2, put some ice on his eyes. And here also, on his. I don't say on his eyes. No, I say on his. On his. So listen, number 2, put some ice on his eyes. Okay? Number 3, there's a buzz sound from the bus. From the, very short, push together, from the bus. And number 4, we are raising racing dogs. We are, push it together, we are raising racing dogs. Good. All right. I'm finished with our review from yesterday. This is all yesterday. We need to move on to today, talking about how to teach pronunciation, how to teach it to your students. So I'm going to ask you to get into groups. We're going to take about 20 minutes, I think, and then we'll take a break. So we're going to work together in groups for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to give you a coffee break, okay? Okay. So we're going to talk about teaching pronunciation. You're going to have a discussion in groups. I'm going to put you in groups of 3 or 4 people, and I'm going to give you 5 or 7 minutes in your group to talk. And then you need to have someone in your group who's going to be the speaker, because after 5 or 7 minutes, I'm going to say, okay, what does your group think? And someone needs to say your group's opinion. So someone should also maybe take some notes while you're talking and practicing, and be ready to present your ideas at the end, okay? So our discussion will be about 5 to 7 minutes long. And I'm going to move you around, put you in some different groups so you talk to some different people, okay? All right. So first, I'm going to give you your groups. We'll just do that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or A, B, C, D, E, F. Let's do that. Okay. A. A. D. Good, perfect. You guys are very good at this. Students, sometimes it's hard for students, but you guys are good. All right. So your group needs to have a speaker and a note taker, someone who's going to write down, and someone who's going to talk. Okay. So I'll give you have 2 questions to discuss. Here are your 2 questions. What do you think are the best ways to teach pronunciation? How do you teach pronunciation? And number 2, what specifically can you do in your classes to work on pronunciation? What do you do in your classroom when you want to teach? So there's 2 questions, all right? And you have about 5, maybe 7 minutes, 7 minutes in your group to discuss. And then you're going to share with the class, okay? Okay, it's about time for us to come back together, I think. I am going to just take notes. I'll make some notes when you are speaking about question number 1 and question number 2. So each group can take a minute or 2 minutes and share your discussion, and I will make some notes up here about your ideas. Okay, so group letter A is going to go first, and then B, C, D, E, like that. F, okay. Okay, so where is letter A? In the front? I guess you're in the front. Okay, letter A. Okay, so the rest of you, let's listen to letter A as they share something about number 1 and number 2. Okay, are we ready?
Our group discussion is the first one.
Okay.
Before you teach pronunciation, you have to tell your student about the natural sounds of the consonant. Thai or English, we have to compare the consonant, the letter or something like this. And then we have to know the way of the sound, the way, oh sorry, yeah, the way of the sound from where, from the parts of the body. You have to show the chart, or the same teacher said it, the chart, mouth, or yeah, maybe show the video, yeah, how to speak, how to pronounce the natural way.
Okay.
Yes. And then
Good.
the teacher, the teacher have to demonstrate, demonstrate the way to teach the pronunciation, or the way to speak or pronounce the pronunciation, the good way or the bad way, or this.
Good.
And then practice, practice.
Practice, practice,
Yeah.
practice, practice.
Practice too much, yeah. And then the second question, we discussed like this. First, we have to list about the problem of the sound, and then consider the problems, yes, and teach them about how to consider the problem, and start to practice in the big group and mini group, and one by one practice and practice every day, every hours. I think practice is the best way. If you teach but they don't respond, or they don't remember, they don't practice, is a zero.
Yes, yes, yes. I
Okay.
agree with that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Good job. Okay, how about letter B? B boy. Where's B boy? Okay, good. Pass the microphone back. And maybe many things are the same. That's okay. Just if you have anything new to add, it's okay. Okay.
Okay. Our group is about number one. The teacher pronounce is wrong, look like Thai tones. So my students are problem to pronounce. The ways to teach are different, Thai tones and English tones. For my student, after that, student repeats after or listen CD. And number two, the teacher should practice with native speaker or audio CD and should use to daily life. Thank you.
Use CD or native
speaker.
Okay. Okay, good. Finished? Okay, very good. Thank you. Good job. Good, good, good. Okay, let's go on to C as in cowboy.
Our group thinks that the effective way to teach pronunciation is to imitate the native speaker.
Okay, good.
I think this is the best way, as we are the teachers. So we have learned that their students like to imitate both the native speaker, the singer,
Yes, yes.
and also the teachers.
Good.
Sometimes when we speak, that we speak like a native speaker, students like to imitate the teachers too. So I think this is the most important
good,
one.
good.
And I think in Thailand, it's not so popular to teach phonetic to the students. So I think the basic background, the background of phonetic for Thai students is not so good. So maybe we need to teach them since they are in the kindergarten or in the primary school.
Good.
When they are teenagers, it's hard to change the way that they speak English.
Good.
Okay. And next, the specifically can you do in your class? I think I will tell you the best way that I like.
Good, thank you.
I like the student to record
Good, yeah.
To record their sound so they can hear their sound and compare to the native speaker. I think there are many websites that we can compare our speaking with the native speaker.
Good.
And some websites that show how to pronounce each syllables. That's it.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, websites for how to. Okay, good. Let's go on to D. Okay, good.
For our group, we think that the best way to teach pronunciation is the way they practice to speaking. Because if they listen, just only listen, but they don't have to practice to speak.
Okay.
They don't know how to speak correctly. So I let the student listen from the teacher or the native speaker first, and then let the student try to speaking right the way the teacher or the native speaker say.
Good.
And after that, student practice and practice, and then when student practice and the teacher give the feedback
Right,
how well they speak. And for the second question, the specifically I can do in my classroom. For the children, I let the children play game.
Good.
How to pronounce the word, and the children will divide it into group and try to compare and try to pronunciation correctly.
Good, 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 good.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Great, good. Yeah, games are really good, especially for young children, yeah. Okay, E is in eating.
Hello. From our group, the best effective way to teach pronunciation is to use picture showing how to pronounce the words.
Okay.
Like I agree with
Yeah.
the other group,
Yeah.
and listen from CD or native speaker.
Right.
And
Good, yeah, good.
maybe the teacher show the place of articulation or manner of articulation.
With pictures, yeah. Good.
And I think nowadays we have many program or application which we can learn English or pronunciation.
Right.
Like Tell Me More. In my experience, I used to use Tell Me More. It's a good
Yep.
application.
Tell me more, okay.
And number two, we can use word card, word card, like material
Yeah.
in the class. The student can repeat after the teacher.
Good. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you. Good job. Okay, we got a lot of things up here. Have anything new or different?
Group, I think that we have like a same opinion, but I would like to add more.
Good.
The most important to teach pronunciation is let them listen more and speak more.
Okay.
Then we need like a good role model, like a native speaker. Or if you don't have a native speaker at your school, maybe CD or computer can help the student to listen from the real one.
Okay, good.
And let them practice more and more. Let them speak.
Good.
Give them chance,
Yeah.
but don't like push them to speak, like give them time to practice. But I think that for the teacher, you should be a good role model for the students, because if you can't do it, the student feel confident. Oh, the teacher can do it, so I can do it. But if you cannot do it, you cannot teach them how to do it. So you should be like start from yourself first.
Good.
That's all for us, speak and listen.
Good.
And for the specifically that we use in classes, normally we use various techniques, like a dictation that you did. Let them choose which one is the correct one. Games, pair words is quite good for them to practice to each other, and they can use peer correction, help each other to improve their pronunciation.
Good.
For primary students, I think a fairy tales is very good for them to listen to the fairy tale.
Fairy tales.
Good. And let them tell their story by themselves.
Okay. Fairy tales. Good.
And the other one say that the students should know the difference between Thai sound and English sound.
Right. So comparing the Thai.
Right. And the last one is dictionary can help them.
Right. If they know phonetics, yes.
Because and say that they should know about phonetics symbols. So if the student know the phonetic symbols, they can use the dictionary effectively.
Good.
That's all from our group.
Excellent. Very good.
Thank
Thank
you.
Good job. Okay, there's a lot of really good ideas up here. Good job. Thank you. I'm just going to say one thing, and then we're going to take a little break. We talked about role models and being a role model for your student. We said it starts with you. I think that's true, but I think you have a big kind of advantage over me. All of you are learning English too. So if your students look at you and they see you and they think, wow, she did it. She went from me to learning good English. So now I think I can do it too. If your students look at you and they listen and they say, wow, she speaks English. Maybe I can learn to speak English too. This is an advantage that you have as Thai speakers over me, I think. It's good for you because your students can look up to you and see you as a role model, like an example for them. That's an important thing, I think, for you to remember. So don't always focus on the native speaker. We need to have a native speaker. You don't need to have a native speaker. You have you. And you are a good role model for your students, if you have the confidence and the competence to do the pronunciation work. And that's what I'm trying to do with you today. What do you think are the most effective ways to teach pronunciation, and what can you do in your classes? And we had good answers. You put the answers over there. I took a picture of that. I put the answers up here. I just want to talk about that for a second. So one of the ideas is comparing Thai and English. We did that yesterday, compare Thai and English. Show the mouth, show pictures of the mouth. We did that yesterday. Show some videos. Videos are really good. If you have computer in your class, videos are very good. Demonstrate. Show your lips, show your teeth, show your tongue. Practice, and practice, and practice, and practice, and practice. Practice is important. Talk about the tones of Thai and the difficulty in English. Use CDs, of course. If you have music, CDs, audio, natural native speaker, that's good. Imitation, copy native speaker pronunciation, good idea. Early phonetics, teach children phonetics in kindergarten, a good idea, I like that. Practice, 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 and then feedback. This is really good. So students talk first, you listen, and then you correct and give feedback. Listening practice. Students need to do listening practice. Don't push them too hard. Don't make them nervous. Don't cause a lot of stress in the class. List the sound problems, different sound problems. Groups. Work together in groups. Groups are good. Also, one by one, one-on-one with the teacher, student, also important. Again, CDs, native speakers, recording. We did that today. Record your voice. Record your students. Use websites. There's a lot of websites that let you record your voice and compare to native speaker. Websites for how-to. There's a lot of websites that show pictures of the mouth, pictures of the face. Games and activities, especially for young children. Young children can't do anything for more than 5 minutes. So you need a lot of activities for young children. Tell Me More website, word cards, dictation activities, peer help, students helping students, fairy tales. Use the dictionary. Dictionary is a great idea. If your students have phonetic knowledge, they have to learn some phonetics to use the dictionary. Okay, so there's lots of good ideas here. Some of them came from me and some of them came from you, and that's good. That's great, I think. All right. I want to do FAQ activity. FAQ, you know what FAQ means, right? Frequently asked questions. So it's important that you do the FAQ activity without this thing. So the answers are in here. So keep this closed. Okay. If you read all of this last night as homework, that's good, but keep it closed today. I have the FAQs right here. So in your group, I'm going to give you one, and your group is going to have, like before, 5 to 7 minutes to talk about this, and then you can share your ideas with the class. So let me show you the FAQs first. All right, so number 1, which is here, what is the goal of pronunciation? Like, why is it important? What's the goal of pronunciation instruction? 2, what are the benefits of pronunciation instruction? What do your students get from pronunciation instruction? And number 3, people ask me this: is it good to do pronunciation in class? My class is only 45 minutes. I have very little time. Should I do pronunciation work? Is it good use of class time?